Okay, let's get right into it. A U.S. military aircraft has been shot down over Iran. Now, this is a huge escalation in what is already a very tense region. We're going to break down exactly what we know, what it really means, and what could happen next.
And that really is the critical question, isn't it? Because downing a U.S. fighter jet, it's not just an attack on a piece of hardware, it triggers an immediate, incredibly complex military response. The answer involves a high-stakes, life-or-death rescue mission, and yeah, it carries the potential to tip a really fragile situation into a much wider conflict.
Okay, so first things first, let's break down the actual facts on the ground. In a situation like this, it is absolutely crucial to separate what's confirmed from all the initial, and let's be honest, often chaotic reports that come flooding in.
So here is the one thing we know for sure, confirmed by multiple sources. A United States Air Force F-15 is down inside Iranian territory. And look, the key here is that it's a manned fighter jet, not a drone. That's what makes this such a significant and frankly a dangerous escalation.
And this right here, this really captures what they call the fog of war. In the confirmed column, it's simple. F-15 is down and a search and rescue mission is active. But then you look at the initial reports column and you see the chaos. You've got sources like ABC News saying one crew member is rescued, which is great news if true. But then analysts like Denis Davidoff are reporting that a second aircraft, an A-10, was also hit, and that the rescue helicopters themselves are taking fire. This is the messy, confusing reality that decision makers are dealing with right now.
But you know, beyond all the hardware and the geopolitics, this is about people. It's about the pilots. Right now, their lives are in immediate, grave danger, and a desperate rescue effort is underway.
So, in the middle of all this really tense, dangerous news, there is one piece of good news being consistently reported by multiple sources, including CNN, and that is that one of the two crew members from that F-15 has been successfully rescued. It's a small but absolutely crucial victory in what has to be an incredibly perilous operation.
And wow, this headline from NBC News, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? A combat search and rescue mission is one of the single most dangerous things the military can do. I mean, think about it. They are sending forces deep into hostile territory where the enemy is on high alert, all to find and pull out that remaining crew member before they can be captured. It truly is a race against time.
So that fog of information we were just talking about, it creates these deeply conflicting accounts. And understanding these discrepancies, why they happen, is really key to seeing the whole picture.
Just look at this. It shows you the problem perfectly. On one side, you have CNN reporting on the single confirmed F-15 and the rescue of one of the crew. But on the other side, you've got analyst Denis Davidoff claiming a much bigger loss. 2 aircraft, an F-15 and an A-10. This is exactly why military officials stay so quiet in these initial hours. They're trying to figure out the ground truth while the rest of the world is reacting to a wild mix of fact and rumor.
Okay, so let's pull the lens back for a second. Beyond the immediate rescue mission, what does the downing of a U.S. fighter by Iran actually mean for the broader conflict? A lot of analysts are pretty concerned that this marks a dangerous, deadly new chapter.
Well, this assessment from military commentator Max Afterburner really captures a feeling a lot of experts are sharing right now. This isn't just a tactical loss of a plane, it's a strategic message from Iran. It shows they have the capability and, more importantly, the willingness to engage high-value American assets. And that fundamentally changes the risk calculation for the U.S. and its allies across the entire region.
Yeah, this one single event, it could absolutely set off a chain reaction. As we're seeing in reports from places like PBS NewsHour, we are now looking at a major escalation. The risk for every single pilot flying in that region just shot way up, and the possibility of a direct state-on-state conflict, it's suddenly on the table, and that threatens to destabilize the whole region. So in the middle of all this chaos, what's actually happening on the ground with that missing pilot? What do they do? Well, the answer comes down to years and years of intense training and a very strict protocol.
According to experts speaking to outlets like Live Now from Fox, every single U.S. pilot goes through this intense training called SIR. That stands for Survive, Evade, Resist, Escape. Right now, that missing airman is falling back on every minute of that training. Their entire mission at this point is to survive the elements, to evade capture by enemy forces, and somehow, some way, find a way to signal the rescue teams who are risking everything to get to them.
And that really brings us right back to where we started, to the central question here. As this desperate search continues and tensions are just skyrocketing, what does this one single event really signify for the wider war? Is this just a contained incident, a downed plane and a rescue mission? Or is it a flashpoint, the trigger for something much bigger? The answer could define the direction of this conflict for years to come. And right now, the entire world is watching to see which it will be.